Welcome to my 50-card Traptrix Rikka Therion Vernuslyph deck. Shout out to Comatose for sending me their Rikka Traptrix deck, which was the base of this deck. So let's get into it. Here is my deck list. I'll also have a YGO Pro deck list in the description below. I already made a video on Traptrix, so if you need a refresher on what Traptrix does, I'll also add a link to that in the description. In general, like most Traptrix deck, it is really strong going first. Although it is much harder to win going second, I have 2 replays where I was able to win. Before we take a look at the replays, let's talk about the different parts of the deck. We have several cards that lock us into certain things. Arachnocampa can summon itself if we have another Traptrix monster on the board. Until the end of the turn, we can only special summon insect or plant monsters from the extra deck. During our main phase, Princess can summon itself, but while it's face up on the field, we can only special summon plant monsters. After resolution of our Vernuslyph effects, we can only use Earth monster effects until the end of the turn. Here are the most common Rikka lines. Traptrix can easily summon 4 monsters, but if we can only get to 3 monsters, we can still do everything here except for the Rikka Queen Strenna and Teardrop line. First we link 2 plants into Jasmine. Then we tribute 1 monster it's pointing to, hopefully it's Strenna, but any other monster works too. Jasmine special summons Mardell from the deck. If we tributed Strenna, then it also summons Teardrop from the extra deck and then attaches itself as material. Mardell then adds Princess or Lily to our hand. Usually we will add Lily, but if we already have it in our hand, we can add Princess instead. Lily summons itself by targeting a plant monster from the grave and then equipping it. Then send the equipped monster to the grave to add this Colosseum to our hand. Link Jasmine, Mardell, and Lily into Appaloosa or Bengalancer if we are plant locked. Use this Colosseum to add Regulus to our hand and then target Lily to summon itself. So we would end on a Teardrop tribute, 2 negates from Regulus, 2 or 3 Appaloosa negates or a Bengalancer bounce, and then any other Traptrix interaction or hand traps. Here is an example end board from my Runic Stun replay. Aside from everything we just talked about, I also have access to Sera, Gravedigger's Trap Hole, Maxx, and then a Shuffler in the grave. We play 2 Vernuslyph cards. Hills discards itself and another monster to add Forest to our hand. Then we can special summon an Earth monster from the grave. Forest discards itself and another monster to send an Earth monster to the grave from the deck. Then we can special summon any Earth monster from the grave except the one we just sent from the deck. Keep in mind that if we discarded Regulus or any Traptrix monster, we can then special summon it and then use their effects. Also, we would usually send a Shuffler to the grave. If you want to try this deck, but need or want to replace certain cards, here are a few you can replace them with. If you have 2 monsters and a Vernuslyph in hand, you can overlay into Granite, add Barrier statue to your hand, and then discard the statue with the Vernuslyph. This can then summon the statue, locking our opponents into Earth special summons. With that out of the way, let's see some replays.